Welcome back to our another episode of the Bold Predictions podcast. I am one of your hosts, AJ Rosario.
And I am the other co-host, Richie. Unfortunately, not accompanied by our trio, Jacob.
Yeah,
He has school, so we're
yeah.
just
We'll hopefully find time. He'll hopefully find time for us next week. I'm very hopeful for it.
and we're just gonna hopefully send us our predictions before this goes up, and we'll throw them in there and get him involved. But
Yes, of course. Should probably give him the heads up on that. I don't know if I did already, but we'll make sure to at some point. Anyways, as we said, welcome back for our start of the episode this week. We are going to save the predictions for later, as we discussed before this, and we're going to start with news around the NFL. And we're going to start with week 5 games, or ones that we really want to talk about. I started down a couple that I really want to talk about because I think I got quite a few bold predictions for this week. But we'll start off with a simple one because obviously, since we're recording this on Wednesday, we want to talk about the game for tomorrow. And that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Chicago Bears. Now, I think this is one of the few matches I believe will be an absolute squash match. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
ooh. um, yeah, I mean the Bears didn't play all that well yesterday or Sunday. I mean they did play a good. Um, sorry, I just got a notification. Joe Flacco will be starting this week against Cardinals. Or anyway, they played a good Colts defense, which is actually ranked number one, believe it or not. So maybe it makes sense why Foles was struggling a little bit and it didn't look all that great. But yeah, I mean the Bucks, despite Tom Brady throwing an interception, they put up what was it like 31 points last week? They put up a lot of points. Um, so it seems as though Buccaneers are kind of rolling after their Week 1 match against the Saints, and they kind of look like they have this division on lock. But not to discredit the Saints or anything, but they did look good against the Lions last week.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady, he's getting older, but he's looking like a freaking fine wine or some late cheese, you know? It's like you let it sit out and it just gets better as it ages. And I mean, I hate it because like I'm not a fan of Tom Brady because he wins too many Super Bowls and like I want my team to win more Super Bowls like that. But I mean, Tampa Bay, they look really good. I don't think Chris Godwin's playing this week because of his concussion, I believe it is. But yeah, I think Chicago's defense, they haven't really done anything outstanding in the first quarter of the games. And I made this prediction earlier on. I said Nick Foles he's kind of like a later attribute. A later attribute because I think when it comes to him playing, he's better later on in the year, or in this case, he's better in the second half. So I think the Bears, honestly, they should put Mitch Trubisky in the first half and then Nick Foles in the second half because I think that'll just be gold for them.
Seems like the move, right? And
Yeah,
there's no way teams catch on to that. There's no way. Like
yeah, because like how do you plan for that? You have two different quarterback styles, and you're like, what the hell are we doing here? But
yeah. So you said you have a few bold predictions. Let's go to one crazy one to start with.
all right, a crazy one. Let's see. So I don't know if I want to go with my craziest one, but here we'll start off with a pretty crazy one. So the Jacksonville Jaguars are taking on the Houston Texans this week. And yes, the Houston Texans are supposed to be really good. I mean, I originally thought at the beginning of the season they were going to be good. I mean, considering how they ended off the playoffs last year, they had a first quarter of absolute amazingness against the Chiefs, where it was like 24-0. Then they go in the next quarter, they lose that lead in a snap, and then that game just ends as the Chiefs, and that game just ends, as we all know, the Chiefs winning that game. But no one would have guessed that the Texans and Bill O'Brien, their last win would have been the wild card game that year. So I really think the Jacksonville Jaguars can come out and win this game. It's going to be close, but I really think they can come out and win this game because of the fact that Bill O'Brien is gone. So now they have someone else running the job. And usually first time people, they're not the best. So I don't know. I think Jacksonville can come out with this one.
Ooh, should I debate you or should I agree with you?
That's up to you.
Kind of have a foot in both sides here. You know what? I don't think it's too far-fetched to say Jacksonville has this one. Here, I'll do a little bit of both, actually. I'll start with Jacksonville winning. I mean, Jacksonville, outside of the Dolphins game, has looked competitive for each team they've played. Actually, I don't remember the score last week. I'm gonna look that up real quick, but they haven't looked terrible. At least not as bad as what everyone else is. Okay, so 25-33. That's one score is probably closer than it actually was. I mean, they're not a dumpster fire like everyone thought they were going to be, right?
That's true.
But comparably to the Texans, who have looked like a dumpster fire compared to what everyone thought they were going to be. Yeah, I don't think it's too far-fetched to say the Jags win this one. However, in terms of vying for the Texans, I guess maybe a head coach firing will kind of light a fire under their asses, and maybe they'll say, okay, we're not playing up to snuff. We gotta play better instantly, otherwise some of us might get canned, like some of us being players. And they see the Jaguars coming up, and I'm sure Texans have had the Jaguars number over the past few seasons, being in the interdivisional. So, I think predictions wise, I'll actually take the Jaguars here. I don't know if it's an upset at this point because Texans are 0-4, but I could definitely see the Texans kind of firing back this game and picking on a Jacksonville team that isn't all that good.
I mean, yeah, I'm looking at them. I think Jacksonville's offense. I think they can handle that Texans defense. I'm not gonna lie, but when I'm looking at the Texans offense, yeah, their receiving core is not the greatest, but Jacksonville's defense is not the greatest either. So again, I really like you said, I think this game can go either way. But I really want to believe that Gardner Minshew can do it and get this win for the team. Just because Houston is not doing so hot this year.
Well, it sounds like we're both going to pick Jaguars this week, so we'll see how
might,
that works.
Yeah.
Well, actually, since I have a foot in both, I might go Texans. Just seeing what Jacob picks, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Alrighty.
Give us another. Oh, I see one that could be a potential one for me, but we'll see.
All right. So we talked about that one. So this one, I don't know if it's a complete upset, but I think this team is definitely the underdogs in this game. And it's the Buffalo Bills taking on the Tennessee Titans. Buffalo is 4-0. They look really damn good. Their offense is clicking. Their defense is really strong. They can definitely pull up another win out of this game. However, the Titans, they were dealing with COVID issues this week. They didn't have a game, which means, I mean, they technically had a bye, right? So they were still working, and I guess since this game was canceled, they look forward to the next one. So, I mean, they could have some sort of advantage on the Buffalo Bills. And I think the Titans can upset the Bills and give them the first loss. I think Tannehill is going to come out firing. I think Derrick Henry, he might have a rough start, but I think he'll get into the game more in the second half. And I don't know. I think Tennessee's defense could break through, and Josh Allen might be feeling some pressure from how good teams play. So I think Tennessee might win this one just as well.
Whoa. See, I would say that's kind of a bold statement. I know they're both undefeated teams. So not to discredit either one, but Josh Allen has looked good. He looks like he's cleaned up his mechanics from previous seasons, and he looks like he hits deep balls more so than ever before, which is making this offense electric with Diggs and Brown. Um, I mean, not too far fetched. Do you know when the Titans game was officially postponed? Like just off the top of your head?
I thought they said something week 7, but
No,
I
no,
really
sorry,
could.
like last week when it was officially announced that it was postponed.
Oh, I think it was like Friday.
Okay, so that's still a little bit. I mean, Titans are no slouch of a team. Obviously, 9-7 last year. Went to the AFC conference game. I mean, you don't beat two teams by accident, especially when one is the Ravens from last year. So,
True.
um, I mean, who's to say, right? I mean, I don't
Yeah.
really have a say in this one because I could see it going either way. I think I'll still take the Bills because of just how out otherworldly Josh Allen is playing right now. He's with like Russell Wilson, Mahomes. I actually have a thing about Mahomes I want to talk about. So,
Ooh,
um,
okay.
but even Rodgers in that MVP race. Right now, I'll give you my three. Um, I know it's crazy. I'm actually not including Mahomes here. I think it's Rodgers, Russell, and Allen for MVP right now. My top three.
Wow.
Um,
That is actually insane. I thought you were gonna say you weren't gonna include Rodgers or Russell, but Mahomes really.
I just I don't know MVP voting. Whoa, that wasn't even a word. MVP voting. Um, but there's not a lot of repeat MVPs usually. So betting wise, I wouldn't pick Mahomes again. Um, but as of right now, those are my top three. Because Allen's a feel good story. Not really sure what kind of a QB he was going to be or turn into. Russ has not in his career had one single vote for MVP. Like not even getting it, like single vote for it, which is crazy. So, um, and then Rodgers playing with, oh my God, playing with freaking trash cans out there. When
It's
MVS is your one, and you have unproven tight ends, the only weapon he had last week against the Falcons was Aaron Jones, and he still managed what was it, 300 plus yards and like 4 touchdowns.
yeah, I mean, when he also passed to his backup running back 8 times for like almost 100 yards.
And not to
So
discredit Jamal Williams, like he's a fine back. He could be a starter somewhere else, but
absolutely,
without your number one, and even Lazard, like he can have a day if he needs to. Like without your one and your two, like
he's definitely the strong. I think he's definitely the strong shot for the two. Gonna be honest.
so even more so. So you're playing with threes and lowers. Pretty sure. I mean, you're a
Exactly.
Packer fan. You said like Shepard was like your two that game, and he was like a practice squad guy. Like
Yep. Well, I think we brought, what was it? We brought Shepard up from the practice squad. We brought Malik Taylor up from the practice squad, and we brought Reggie Bagleton up from the practice squad.
I love that name,
Why? Because bagels.
Bagleton. Yeah,
Yeah. How did I guess? Reggie Bagleton. He used to be playing the CFL. What a great guy! And now he's playing for the Packers. Apparently, he was a stud in the CFL too. So that's why I was excited about him. But I didn't really see much of him on Monday, which is kind of disappointing.
well,
No, I mean, who knows? At this rate, maybe we'll see him more throughout the season. Jeez, because at this rate, MVS is going down next week. Knock on wood.
I was gonna say maybe it's a good thing you didn't see Bagleton. But
I don't know. For the Packers, I'm scared for what's gonna happen. But anyways, all right, we'll move on. I just added another game because I just saw an update that I wanted to talk about. So, no, I'm not gonna talk about it yet. But wait, did I mark this one as bold prediction? I don't. No, I don't think it's a bold prediction, but I think it's gonna be. It could be. This could turn out to be a squash match as well, and that is going to be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. I think this could get ugly. Not gonna lie. If Atlanta loses, I don't know how much longer Dan Quinn is gonna have his job for. Uh, I mean, I feel bad for the guy, but when your team was supposed to be like huge underdogs, well, not like underdogs in a bad way, but like they were gonna go under the radar and they were supposed to rock the house, and you're going to be 0-4 because you've blown two almost 30-point leads in the last quarter. That's just that you need new coaching. And I'm after the game that Teddy Bridgewater had last week, he could carve up this defense and I could get really ugly. And I don't know. I just feel like Teddy Bridgewater with his offense right now, like if they had Christian McCaffrey, there's no doubt in my mind. I would think this is a squash match, 100%. But I think it's going to be closer. But I think the Cardinals are going to win this game, and the Falcons are going 0-5, which is crazy in my mind that I'm saying that. But I just think it's going to happen.
Yeah, well, not too far fetched.
Yeah.
Falcons don't really have, I guess you can call it an identity. Like, I don't even know. Like, they're supposed to be pass heavy, and the first few weeks they kind of showed that. But Packers Monday night kind of exposed them a little bit. Um, Honestly, I
Yep.
was scared for the Packers, to be honest. I thought Falcons were going to put up 40 points, and they're going to be like, all right, Packers, you have to score a lot to keep up with us.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because when I was watching some other people talk about that game, and they said like 16-30. That was a lot closer of a score than we thought it was going to be, and I'm like, wow, really? I never would have guessed that because I thought it would have been like a one-score game because I was really nervous for that game. Not gonna BS you there.
I mean, without your top targets, like
Yeah,
I can't blame you.
exactly. Yeah, I didn't expect us to put another 30 bomb up. So it just goes to show you that if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, this team, the Packers are really good.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Especially under LaFleur's second year,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
um,
But let's go back to the Cardinal game or Carolina game.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I could definitely see it going both ways. Do Falcons finally get on the board here? On the board meaning a win, and they finally get all their teams, offense, defense, special. Get all the phases of the game together, and they finally pull out a win. I don't know. It seems like either like two of the three participate in a game, or one of the three participates. So, um, I don't know. I think right now I'd probably pick Carolina, but maybe by the end of the show, we'll see what happens.
I mean, I will say something. I don't know if it's going to be controversial to you. I think Robbie Anderson is their best receiver,
Oh,
personally.
it's a little controversial, yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I haven't really been looking up more stats, but Robbie Anderson has been pretty consistent, not going to lie, with his stats.
Yeah, I mean, don't not to discredit him, but he's a great receiver, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I thought it was pretty close to being number one in New York with the Jets, but I mean, Jamison Crowder is really good too. It's just that the Jets are really bad,
Oh yes.
so it cancels out. But yeah, I think Robbie Anderson could be the number one guy there.
I guess that's not too far fetched. I mean, I still think DJ Moore. It's so weird because I just have like a pre-notion or whatever that DJ Moore is the one, Samuel's the two, and then Anderson's not even like maybe the tight end's like the third target, or McCaffrey's even a target. Just
That's true.
so so the fact that, and I'll give you credit where credit is due. You liked Anderson coming into our fantasy draft for football, and you said like,
Yeah.
I believe in this guy, and so far he's been showing up. So
Yeah. If I mean, I will mention like fantasy lines right now. So, looking at DJ Moore, his point totals were about 10, 20 on the dot for week 2, about 8.5, and about 9. So he is pretty consistent, getting 9 points, 9 points or higher on a constant basis. But now let me look up Robbie Anderson really quick, because like you said, I had him on the sleeper for basically the entire time. And looking at it now, week 1 he got 25 points, week 2 he got 18, week 3 he got 11, and week 4 he got 18, which are pretty crazy stats.
I mean, for someone drafted in like the 10th, 11th round or whenever you got him, yeah, that's insane.
And plus he gets 5 plus targets, which I mean 5 isn't bad. Last week is the only time he got 5. The rest of them he's gotten 8 or higher, which is really good for a receiver.
Oh, definitely, especially someone again like you don't really see him as a number one, but that was a good pickup by Carolina. You know,
Yeah, 100%. I really wish we got him because I wanted a receiver. Like, I wish freaking Devin Funches played. I mean, I can't get angry because opting out is obviously respectable if it's for family reasons or like his own medical safety. But dang, I wonder what would happen if he would have played.
probably would have got injured.
That's not funny. Shut up. All right. We'll move on. I got a couple more games we could talk about. Would you like a bold prediction or a close game?
Close game.
Close game? Okay. So I got here the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cleveland Browns. Now, I don't know about you, but if this was week 1, I probably would have just said Colts right off the bat. But now it's week 5, and Cleveland just came off a 50-point game. And I'm like, what is happening here? This week 4 was crazy in itself. And Cleveland dropping a 50 bomb on the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, the Cowboys defense is garbage. We all know that. But I think I was really like back and forth with this one because I really think Phillip Rivers and his offense is really good. But I also think after seeing a 50 bomb by Cleveland, I think their offense is really good. And I'm coming down to the defense as well. Cleveland's defense, yeah, they put up. I mean, they got 40 pointed on, if that makes sense. And Indy's defense is really damn good, or at least their front line is. I don't really know much about their secondary, but I don't know. This game is so close to me, but I feel like Cleveland might edge it just because of how well their offense clicked last week. I think it'll carry on and bring up carry on. It'll bring momentum into this game, and I think they can clutch out this win. And that would be great for them in the division too, because I think they are. What are they? They are currently. Hold on, I'm dumb.
They're tied for second, but they lost to the Ravens, so they're technically third.
Okay, yeah. So they're third. I mean, Baltimore has a pretty easy matchup this week. I mean, if Cleveland keeps winning, though, it'll keep them in the running for playoffs. It'll be hard in that division, but I think they could do it.
So actually, if we picked right now, and I'll say this later too, Cleveland wins. That's my prediction.
Ooh,
Straight,
okay.
straight up. I don't know what the line is for the game, but I think they've been sneaky good after week 1. I mean, it's shown too that I mean the record 3-1, but people just look at Cleveland as Cleveland. Um, Colts defense is good. I'm not going to discredit them at all. However, the Browns, like I said, have been clicking. they just lost Chubb, but they have Kareem Hunt, who is just as good, maybe even better than Chubb. Um, I think he definitely seems to fit that scheme more.
Yeah, definitely.
Hunt's more of a Dalvin Cook, who excelled last year than Chubb is. But yeah, I mean, I think the Browns outright win this one because I mean, Colts haven't looked anything special on offense, so it's gonna be.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you gotta love Philip Rivers and his trash talking. I mean, I think we're both, we both know, we're both not the biggest fans of Philip Rivers, but his trash talking is hilarious. His play with the Colts, I think, it was better or is better than his play with the Chargers. And I don't know. I feel like both of their offenses are going to click this game, but I think Cleveland's going to come out on top, no matter how I look at it.
All right, let's see what they have Cleveland here then. Look at that.
Yeah. So I got 3 more bold prediction games, and I got one that I'm bringing up just because I saw some news on it.
Okay.
Which one would you rather hear?
Um, jeez, I don't know. Do a bold prediction.
Okay. Which one though? You know what? We'll go. I'll go with this one. So one of my bold predictions, as I said, I got quite a few. I the Denver Broncos taking on the New England Patriots. I have picked Denver a lot this season for winning games. And even after all of their injuries, I still pick them. And I'm going to do it again.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
I think Denver wins this game. And also, I'm saying this as well because yes, New England's defense is really good, but they just lost their best cornerback to COVID. Stephon Gilmore, I got a notification this morning and I saw he has COVID. So he's not playing this game. And I was like, oh, now I have to pick Denver because I think I don't know who's starting. Is it one of their 3, whoever the hell they're starting? I think it should be Blake Bortles, but we'll talk. Well, no, that's just me. But whoever is starting, they have to be starting someone more than someone else throughout this week. So whoever is starting is going to be comfortable in the offense. Hopefully, they're gonna have Noah Fant, Jerry Judy. I don't know if KJ Hamler's playing, but even with those 2 targets alone, those are great targets, and especially now that Jerry Judy is going to be unmarked or not marked by Stephon Gilmore, I think Judy might have a big game. Yeah, I mean the Patriots. They're also not going to have Cam Newton, or maybe they will. I'm not sure yet. At this point in time, we don't know. But if they don't, I really don't see the Patriots winning this game. I'm not a fan of Brian Hoyer, and I'm not a fan of Stidham. I don't see the Patriots winning this game. That's me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. What can I say? Bold predictions.
Listen, man, I was totally 100% with you. Assuming Cam Newton doesn't play, I was totally 100% with you with that to begin.
Okay.
But then you think about it. So on the surface, Patriots looked horrible last week. Broncos could take advantage, and they just came off a win too. Maybe they have a little bit of momentum. It's Bill Belichick in Foxborough against if they play the guy they played last week for the Broncos. I don't even know his name. Not Blau. Um, if it's him, he's nearly a rookie quarterback. I think it's his second year or something in the league.
Oh, so it
That's just
wasn't the guy I was thinking.
hmm?
It wasn't the guy I was thinking.
Oh yeah, I don't know who that started. I forget what his name is. I think he's number 4. But um, all that considering, I just don't see how the Patriots don't win because this just feels like one of those games where Cam Newton or not, Patriots will just shut down the Broncos. Oh, and then they'll just have to score enough, or maybe they get scores with their defense like they did last year. Um, So I appreciate the boldness for that one. I was actually with you, but then seeing where they're playing, remembering Bill Belichick, um, I mean Gilmore's a big blow, but they do have a excuse me, they do have a good amount of depth in that cornerback room. And they still have some studs there, so I would still take the Patriots in this one.
All right, that's respectable. And I think the guy you were looking for is Brett Ripon. I just found it.
Ripon, oh my God.
Yeah, wow. They got four quarterbacks in. Well, Drew Lock's injured, Jeff Driscoll, Brett Ripon, and then Blake Mother Lovin' Bortles. Maybe he'll get his start soon. If he starts, then he's definitely going to squash the Patriots. What can I say? You don't have to agree with me on that one. I just know that one, and you're just going to be wrong on that one. It's okay though. But okay. So let's see here. I'll do one more of the bold predictions, then I'll do the news one, and then I'll do the other bold prediction. And then if you have a game that I missed that we could talk about, we'll do that one.
Okay.
So you're gonna absolutely hate me for this one. So the New York Giants are taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Here we go.
I think the Giants can win this one. And this is no lie either. I'm being completely serious. The Dallas Cowboys, their defense got torched by a guy who, yes, was a first overall draft pick, but his rookie year was his best year, not counting this one right now. His last 2 years were garbage, and everyone was questioning him about if he is a top-notch player. And he showed it against the Cowboys that he's really good and can torch teams still. Cowboys defense is garbage, dude. I really think if your O-line if the Giants O-line can get their shit together, I think this could be a huge game for Devonta Freeman. Dallas's run defense, as we saw against the Browns, was not good. They let OBJ get a huge run after he was going to probably get stuffed for like -5 yards. They let him get an over 50-yard touchdown off of a run. I don't see how, if the Cowboys play like that again, I don't see how they can win this game. Yes, their offense is good, but they haven't shown to me personally that they're absolutely amazing. And yes, they kept up with the Seahawks, but I don't see their offense showing up. And I really think the Giants can take this one. I'll tell you right now, if Danny Dimes does not have a turnover in this game, you're winning the game. 100%. That's just a side prediction that I have. The Giants need to hold on to the ball. And if they hold on to the ball, they're winning this game. End of story.
Wow. I don't even know what to say. I mean, as a disappointed Giants fan, I just can't agree with you yet. Not until the team has shown me some type of something on offense. The defense, oh my God. The defense has been outstanding. I was so impressed last week with how they played. They only let up one touchdown, and it was because of a miscommunication. If the miscommunication doesn't happen, we probably have the Rams punt, Giants go down, kick a field goal, and we win off field goals. Man, dude, I mean,
You
Cowboys
say
defense is
that to boast my point even more, because your defense is the best. Your defense right now is the best part of your whole team, and I think the Cowboys' offense is the best part of their whole team. So if your defense stops the offense, you're winning the game. That's just how I see it.
well, that's a bold statement considering our special teams is like the best of all time. But
Well, I mean, okay, if your special teams can get like them on their own 5 every other drive and then like block 3 of their kicks, yeah, you won.
Okay, good. Um, I mean, I always like to have hope and optimism for the team, so I don't want to say it's completely a wash, but hey, Giants, go out there. Jason Garrett, you know this team, you know your opponent very well. Go out there, prove me wrong. Have a bounce back game for DJ in the offense. Um, and let's get this going because we're only a game back from the division. Or I guess game and a half because Philly's a tie, but let's beat Dallas. Let's get some momentum. And you know what? Who knows what can happen? So I'm not going to pick the Giants to win because they haven't shown me enough yet, but I respect your opinion here.
Just remember, any Sunday, there's a chance. You gotta
Any
remember
given
that.
Sunday. Oh, exactly. Yeah.
But who knows? But now let's talk about some news, and that's with the other NFC least team, and it's the Rams taking on the Washington football team. Now, the big news that I saw today: Dwayne Haskins got benched. That means Kyle Allen is playing. Kyle Allen. He was on the Panthers last year, right? Or was it year before? Okay. He was good on the Panthers. He was really good on the Panthers. I mean, I remember the Packers played the Panthers. I was scared. I originally wasn't. But after that game, I was terrified. We only won that game because we stopped Christian McCaffrey on the one. Which means Kyle Allen did something. So, I mean, this game, I projected it differently, but this game could be something if Kyle Allen plays his cards right. I mean, who knows? I think Washington, they still have Alex Smith on the bench, right?
He will be their backup, and Haskins will actually be the 3 for this game.
Yeah, so I mean, Kyle Allen, this is his chance. If not, he can get replaced by some guy who literally no one thought he will ever walk again. But I don't want to say my prediction for this one yet, but I think this could be an interesting game. Let's go with that phrase for now.
I mean, we'll see backup QB with no knowledge of anything about him other than last year in Carolina. I don't think I don't know what happened last week with the Rams and the Giants stuffing them. I honestly don't know, but I don't think the Redskins defense will be able to hold the Rams to 17 like the Giants did. So um, I think it'll be a little tough here, but I guess we'll see.
Is Chase Young playing? Do you know?
No, I do not.
Okay. Because I know he was injured during that game, but I don't know if it was a serious injury. Okay, I'm looking it up right now. Chase Young expected to miss Ravens game with a groin injury, so it's possible. Actually, no, they played them last week. I'm dumb, but it's possible it could be a serious injury. And if Chase Young is out, I mean, Kyle Allen might be good, but I don't see Washington stopping the Rams without him. But yeah. All right. Last game, and then if you have a game, we can talk about that. But this one is probably my boldest prediction of them all. Even though the Jacksonville-Houston one was pretty good, and then Buffalo-Tennessee was a pretty good one. But the Miami Dolphins take on the 49ers this week. Miami last week, what was their score? They played Seattle. They played them 31-23. And that was with Seattle full squad. I don't know why people aren't talking about that, though. Like, Seattle played terribly the first 3 quarters of that game. And then they switched it in the fourth quarter. I don't know why everyone's still talking about how Seattle is this hot team when they should have crushed this Miami team. But that gives me confidence in the Miami to win against the 49ers. If Jimmy Garoppolo is not playing, if Raheem Mostert is not playing, obviously their defense is really weak now, but Fitzmagic, I think he can crush this 49ers defense. I mean, I think Richard Sherman is back, right? Or should be coming.
He might be. I guess it depends if they want to activate him this week or not.
Okay. Well, if he does, I still think Fitzmagic can have quite a bit of a game. And then if Garoppolo isn't playing, Nick Mullins got benched. Who went in for Nick Mullins? Or did he get benched? Am I thinking of a wrong game now? I think I'm getting my games mixed up.
You getting your games mixed up?
Okay, well, Nick Mullins played fine. Great job, beautiful quarterback. So he played great. Raheem Mostert, if he doesn't come back, then you still got a pretty good running duo of McKinnon and Wilson. But I think Miami could win this one. If they put up a really good fight against Seattle, I really think Miami could win this game. I don't know if it'll happen, but I have it really close that they're going to win this game.
Okay.
I'll leave the floor to you now.
Well, this is what I'll say. That's bold. I had the same feeling about the Giants when we played San Fran, and the Giants are in a bigger state of dismay or destruction than the Miami Dolphins are. But I think the 49ers can scheme up something because Shanahan's a genius, and they'll be able to outdo the Dolphins. I think the Seattle game was a little bit of a trap game for Seattle in the sense that maybe they overlooked Miami a little bit. Didn't expect them to come out
Maybe.
firing as much as they did. San Fran, they're not undefeated. They know where they are as a team, and they're going to need to play every game like it's their last to keep up with the division and the other NFC teams. So I don't see them overlooking this, and I think I'll actually take San Fran here.
All right, respectable. Now those were the main games that I wanted to talk about for this week. Now I know you said you had one. I don't know if we already talked about it.
No, so I think a game, it's not really much of a bold prediction, but more of a game to look out for this week would actually be the Chiefs and the Raiders. Um, Stephon Gilmore has been put on whatever the COVID list, um, but he actually interacted with Mahomes, I think probably after the game on Monday.
Oh man.
So that's an interesting dynamic there. I don't know how likely COVID is to be transferred between players, but Patrick Mahomes within the next few days could be shown to have COVID. And if that's the case, then I think I'll actually take the Raiders here if they can manage to stay. Well, if the game plays this week, if it plays this week. But I think I'll actually take the Raiders here in this one if Mahomes is out and the game still plays. That's just an interesting dynamic. I thought you were gonna pull one out of your ass and go like Bengals over Ravens this week, but
Nah. I think I got too many bold predictions this week. I got to keep some obvious ones, and I think Baltimore is going to win this game, even though Joe Burrow is really good or showing to be really good. But wow, that KC one, I didn't know about the Stephon Gilmore thing with Patrick Mahomes. If Patrick Mahomes has COVID, that is devastating for the Chiefs because I think oh man, I mean the Chiefs' offense is really good. You can't deny that.
mm-hmm.
But Patrick Mahomes is like that key that fits in and connects everything together. So if Patrick Mahomes doesn't play, that's huge. That's really big. I might take Las Vegas on that one if he doesn't play. But wow. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, I'm just shocked about that. And if he like doesn't get if he doesn't get COVID, does that mean he's like Superman?
You know what? Not out of the realm of possibility.
I mean, shit. I'm assuming when they were talking, they didn't have like helmets on or anything. They were probably right next to each other. So,
Oh yeah,
freaking,
yeah.
he might be Superman if he doesn't get COVID from Stephon Gilmore. Then again, I don't know when the Patriots tested before that game and after that game too. In that case, but I don't know. I don't know. I Patrick Mahomes could be Superman. Question mark!
But
Exclamation
but
point.
if Mahomes does get it, and they have to cancel some weeks or move games around, it just shows how Bill Belichick is playing chess while the rest of the league is playing checkers, in the sense that he will sacrifice his best cornerback to get the best team in the NFL's quarterback done and out.
Wow, yo. Okay, I got to change my New England score. Hold on. That's dude. Holy shit! You just blew my mind. That's genius. That's genius. But anyway, so those are the main games that we wanted to talk about. Now we are an hour into this podcast. I will say, Rich.
Yep.
What do you want to do? Do you want to do you want to do our predictions and then call it, or do you want to have some NFL talk, some fantasy talk?
Um, Actually, I want to do something else this week. I actually want to do quarter season, postseason projections
Oh, okay.
and see, because obviously we didn't start week one, so we weren't able to do any um predictions for postseason. So I want to do them now and
Okay.
talk about them and see who we think could make it at this point.
Okay. So you want to do like seed numbers and everything? Do you want to do the whole shebang, or just like who's going to the postseason?
Um, yeah, we can do the whole shebang if you want. We'll start with
All right,
AFC and then roll over to NFC.
works for me.
Um, yeah, so I guess I'll go first.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
uh, Number one seed. Um, I mean, everyone already expects it. It's the Browns. And then,
Good shit.
no, number one seed, obviously the Chiefs. Um, I mean, we'll see if he even gets COVID or not. But Matt Moore has shown that he's a respectable backup, and Andy Reid can make it work without him. So I'll take Chiefs. The number two seed, of course, this is quarter season, so we already have some bias already. I'll take the Bills here. They're on fire. They're rolling. They really don't have a weakness on their team. The defense is good. Offense seems to be good. So, um, they'll keep rolling. Three seed, and then this is where it kind of gets tough. Because you can obviously pick a team like the Titans here, who play in kind of a weaker division, I would say, or you can pick a team from the North like the Ravens or the Steelers. Um, I guess I guess to not be too contrarian, I don't know. I guess this is bold predictions podcast.
You know it.
I'll take Steelers here in this one. I think Steelers will get the three seed, and they will win the NFC North.
Okay.
Four seed, then I'll have to go to the South, and then I'll pick the Titans here. Um, Wild card wise, I'll say Ravens are the first wild card.
Well, that's crazy to think about. The Ravens being a wild card team. Oh my god.
I think New England will be the second, and the
Okay.
Cleveland Browns will take the third wild card spot. Going into the year, I had Vegas as the third, and Brown is like kind of like a wild card. But I've liked what I've seen from the Browns, and if they can just kind of clean up their defense a bit, I think they can make a run. can finally be Cleveland's year to go back to the postseason. So I'll take Cleveland to get that third wild card spot, and then I think Colts will crumble that at some point. I mean, their defense is really good, but I don't know. I just don't trust Rivers. I don't know why, but I guess prove me wrong, Indianapolis, because I kind of like Indianapolis. I don't like Rivers, but I like the team as a whole. And then they'll be like a fringe team for me, and so will the Raiders.
Okay. That's pretty solid. I think well, I mean, for me, if we're going back and forth here, my 1 and 2 seeds are going to be the exact same as yours. I think the Chiefs are going to be the number 1 seed, and the Bills, I think they're like basically unstoppable as well. Well, I mean, granted, I did say they're going to lose this week, but still, I think they'll still take the 2nd seed. But number 3, I do have the Ravens. I mean, I think the Ravens are taking that division. That's a close division now, but I just think that they're going to come out on top. Number 4 has to be the Titans. I mean, there's not really much competition in that division.
Well, if you think the Colts are 3-1, the Titans are 3-0. If you think the Colts can overtake them,
Oh, don't worry, Richie. I'm not done with my predictions.
okay.
The first wild card seed I have being the Steelers. I think the Ravens are taking that one, and there's no way that the Steelers are not making the playoffs. Now, the second wild card seed, I have the Patriots because the Patriots, they look really good no matter who they play. And 7th seed, I have the Colts. Indeed, I have the Colts. I think Cleveland might crumble after their little hot streak in the first quarter, second quarter initiative, but I think they might die down and the Colts might get red hot at the right moment and take that wild card spot.
Oh, I kind of like it. Okay. So who are your fringe playoff teams then? Teams that could get in depending on circumstance.
Teams that could get in, let's see. No one else in the East, that's for freaking sure. I mean, yeah, I could see the Raiders being a fringe team for sure. I mean, the Browns have to be at this point because yeah, I think they're gonna die off. But like, I mean, I was thinking the last week of the season is going to decide who gets that 7 seed, and I think the Browns are just gonna choke it, and I think the Colts are gonna win it. So I think the Browns are just gonna be almost there, but not make it. And then I don't really have anyone from the South because Jacksonville is 3rd, and we don't need to talk about anyone lower than that.
Ooh. All right. Very cool. Now, NFC.
Shall I go first or you?
Oh, yeah, go for it. You go first.
Alrighty. So, number 1. Oh, I'm so biased, but I don't care. I'm taking the Green Bay Packers, taking the number 1 seed. I think they look extremely hot going into their bye week this week. And I just think they have the best team all around. Now, granted, I will say the NFC, I don't see a single team in the NFC besides maybe the Buccaneers that have a dominant defense. I feel like all teams are more confident with their offense than their defense. When it comes to the AFC, you see like all these complete teams. Like the Chiefs are a complete team. The Ravens, they're basically a complete team. The Colts have a better defense than offense, I think. There's just a lot of dominant defenses in the AFC compared to the NFC. So I think the Packers are the best or closest to the best all-around team in the NFC, which is why I think they'll get the 1st seed. Next up should be a no-brainer. Seahawks, they're really good. I mean, granted, like you said, they kind of had like a little trap game, but they're still really freaking good. Third seed. This may come as a shocker, but I have the Saints taking the third seed. It could be because I'm really biased and I don't want the Buccaneers to be a top team, but I think after the Saints had their little fallback, they're going to get Michael Thomas back, and they're going to be a strong, dominant force on offense again. So I think they can definitely take on the Buccaneers again when they play them again. And I don't know. I just see the Buccaneers not getting one of the top seeds, and I think they'll be a wild card team. And next up, it has to be an NFC East team. It has to be an NFC East team. Like, no, it actually has to be an NFC East team. But it has to be an NFC East team. I guess I have to go with the Cowboys. They look with the most competent, I guess. I really guess when it comes to the NFC East. I mean, if I really felt that way, I would say the Giants are winning this week, so they have a chance to win the division. But right now, I guess I'll say the Cowboys. Then when the next quarter and we do this again happens, I'll say the Giants. Fifth seed, I have a feeling this playoffs may be dominated by a division, I should say. But I think it's a matter of which division though. Well, I guess I'll put Buccaneers will take the fifth seed and the first wild card spot. They're hot. No one can deny that. Sixth seed. I think I gotta go with. Oh, am I gonna do it, Richie? You gotta decide this for me. Am I gonna be bold? Yes or no?
The name of the game is Bold Predictions Podcast.
The sixth seed, I got the Panthers.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. The sixth seed, I think the Panthers are gonna clinch that wild card spot, which is why I say this NFC South is gonna dominate. And then seventh seed, it has to be one of the NFC West teams. It's just a matter of which one. And I think Arizona is going to take it. Because I do like their offense, even though it pisses me off in fantasy. But I think they're a good team. And I think they're going to beat the Rams out. With that being said, I will say the Rams are going to be a close team to get the playoffs. Anyone in the NFC East is going to be a close fucking team to get the playoffs because they only have one spot to go for, and they're all going to be like half a game apart. No one in the NFC North, I think, is going to have a chance. I think the Bears are going to have a huge drop-off. And then the Falcons, big old no.
Okay.
And yeah, that's my spiel.
Number 1 seed for the National Football Conference is the Green Bay Packers, showing that they can win on both sides of the football. The veteran kicker that I would trust in any situation.
Old Glory.
I don't know if comparing to Seattle, I don't know if I trust Jason Myers 100% yet like I do Mason Crosby.
Oh, yeah.
QC, though, I will give it to Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
Their offense is clicking. I just want to see improvement with that defense first before I go and make them the 1 seed. If they can figure out their defense, they can be hot.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there.
The first difference.
Ooh, I think I saw this coming from a mile away.
I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
Just for the reason that I think they're going to catch fire and already have started to catch fire. And now the Saints have to play a little bit of catch up And I think they're going to play each other again. I don't know when they play each other again, but they're going to play each other again.
Definitely.
And the Bucks are going to win this time. And it's going to propel them to the offseason. Now, I predict the Saints to go to the playoffs as well. I think Saints will make it, but I think it'll launch Tampa Bay into that first first seed for the NFC South. Another shakeup here for the NFC East. I think a team is going to kind of catch fire.
Giants.
Not to be biased or anything, but
Giants.
I think the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh,
So in our fantasy league, I traded Joe Mixon for Miles Sanders. I look like a clown so far. But the main reason for that was I don't trust Cincinnati's O-line, and I think Philly is going to get better. I think they will get healthier. They will find their identity again, and I think they will become a better team. Because Carson Wentz, I don't know in relation to Dak Prescott how good he is, but I think Carson Wentz is like a little bit of a step down from Aaron Rodgers. So
what? No, continue. Sorry, I won't interrupt.
well, he's a little bit of a step down from Aaron Rodgers.
I know some people that'll throw things at you.
I
Those kind of words.
don't know. I like Carson. I don't know why. I don't like him. I hate him. I hate his guts. But I think he's a good quarterback. So I'm taking Eagles there. As far as wild card teams go, I agree with you. It's only from two divisions. I think Bears trickle off, and I just don't think anyone from the East will have the record to be able to make it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna take Saints here, the 1 seed. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna be a little different here. The Los Angeles Rams look good. They've lost to one team, and it was the Bills, who also look good. And they still almost won. So I'm taking the Rams here as the 1 seed for the wild card.
Wow.
Saints will get the 2.
Wow.
And then I'll take the Cardinals like you to fill in for that 7 seed. I don't know. Cardinals lost 2 straight, so obviously it looks a little weird. Or not, and San Fran is. I think they won their 2 of their last 3. No, I'll take the Cardinals here. I like the Cardinals. I think their defense can find a way to keep games close for the offense, and Kyler Murray can do it. He can do it all. So
Has what's his name been playing? Who was their first draft pick? Oh my god, I forgot his name.
He's been really quiet. I think he has been playing, but he's been quiet.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know if he was hurt or just been really quiet, but I don't know. Arizona just needs to pick it up.
That is the quarter season playoff predictions. We're at about an hour and 3 minutes right now.
Nice.
If you want, we can quickly do predictions real quick. So we can call it episode 2.
All right. Sounds good to me. So let me go to the page really quick. It might be. I have to write down yours, but
okay, that's fine. We'll go Yumi.
Okay. So first up, Thursday night football, Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Chicago Bears. I got Tampa Bay dominating this game 33-7.
Oh, okay. Taking the low score. I don't think Bears will get dominated that bad. I'll take it 31-20 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It's so funny, Skip Bayless. All right. Next up, 1 o'clock football. Buffalo Bills taking on the Tennessee Titans.
I think this will be a pretty good game. Titans have more time to prepare, but Bills have been rolling so far. I'll take a little bit of a weird game here. Maybe like a 25-22, something like that. It won't be conventional, but Bills will find the way to win.
25-22. Well, I'll say this first bold prediction of a game. I'm taking Tennessee here, 24-21.
There you go.
All right. Next up, my next bold prediction: Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Houston Texans. And I have very weird scores for this week. I don't know what I was thinking, but it might work. But I got Jacksonville taking this one 17-15.
Okay, so a little bit of a weird low score for you.
Yeah.
I can only imagine what Jacob's going to say about this one.
Can't wait for scores.
You know what? I don't know what I would pick here for this one. Like I said before, I kind of have opinions about both teams winning this one. But I'll say this though, until Houston shows us something, some type of identity, I think I'll actually take Jacksonville here as well. I feel like Jacksonville is more. Well, I'd be kind of contradicting myself here. Texans have urgency, but I think Jacksonville feels better about themselves with a similar type of urgency. Um, and you know what? I'm a believer in Minshew, so we're gonna take the Jaguars here, 21-17.
21-17. I love that. I love that indeed. All right. Next up, Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And I think it's your turn.
Yes. I mean, I'm not gonna be too bold for this one. I have a bold prediction coming up later.
Ooh.
But I'll take Baltimore here. And I think they'll kind of get back on track like they did against Washington. So 34-17.
34-17. Well, I have a very similar score to that. I also agree with you, Baltimore. I'm going to say they're going to win by exactly 2 scores. I'm going to say Baltimore wins this 28-14.
Okay.
Yeah. Next up, Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Like I said before, I think this has a chance of being a very high-scoring game. But, I mean, Atlanta's offense is good. So I think it could be high-scoring, but very close game. So I'm going to take Carolina 27-25.
And I'll take the upset here. I'll take Atlanta here in this one. Better offense, in my opinion. I think they'll do just enough to win. 30-26.
32-26. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, next up, we got Las Vegas Raiders taking on.
Did you write that down 32-26 or 30 against 26?
I put 32-26.
That's fine. I meant 30 against 26, but
I'll make it 30.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's
All
words,
right,
man.
30-26.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
I would like
After
2 scores for this one, please.
2 scores, okay. Well,
One
I mean, you got to pick 2 scores, otherwise,
One with a Patrick Mahomes and one without a Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
With a Patrick Mahomes, I'm going to take 35-24 Chiefs. Without a Patrick Mahomes,
35-24.
24-22 Raiders. The Raiders.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'll say this: if Patrick Mahomes is playing, I'm saying Chiefs 35-20, and without Patrick Mahomes playing, I'm saying Chiefs 35-20.
All right.
Yeah. So let's see. Next up, the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New York Jets.
With Joe Flacco in.
Oh yeah, with Joe Flacco in. I don't care who the hell you put into that Jets team. They're getting squashed. Arizona's winning this 24-6.
I will take it 35-10.
35-10. To the Jets, right? Okay.
Always.
Okay, cool. Next up, the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
AJ,
Yeah.
I'm feeling bold.
No, don't. No.
28-26.
No. Don't.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Said it,
I think
bro.
they're gonna catch a little bit of fire here. I hope I get burned, but
You're gonna be horribly wrong. And when I see the score, I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you.
well,
Pittsburgh
good.
is winning this game 37-17.
Why, man? I hope. But Steelers haven't played a team that hasn't won a game yet. I don't know if I said that right. Steelers
I
haven't played a team that has won a game yet. I'm gonna take the Eagles here.
well, okay. Well, now they're playing a team that's won a game.
Yeah, one game. It'll be too much fun.
Yeah, maybe honestly. But all right, next game. The Los Angeles Rams taking on the Washington football team. Yeah, I was hyping up Kyle Allen, but I think the Rams are winning this one, 21-13.
I'm gonna take the higher score in this one here. I think Rams dominate 38 to. Let's go 38-19.
Ooh, okay. All right. Here comes my streak of bold predictions, Rich.
Ooh.
The Miami Dolphins taking on the San Fran 49ers. Good thing you're the first pick, and then I'll tell you mine.
San Fran is gonna win this one. It won't be a blowout, but it'll be 32-22.
32-22. Well, Richie, the Miami Dolphins are winning this one. You want to know the score?
I would love to know the score.
16-15.
Oh, they keep it close.
Yep, I'm telling you, Dolphins are going to keep it close. Just watch. All right. Next up, New York Giants and Dallas Cowboys. Well, another close game, I'm going to say, even though I think Dallas sucks. 24-23, New York Giants.
Shut the fuck up.
New York Giants.
Just to mock you, 24-23, Dallas.
Oh my God, you heartless person. I can't believe you.
Even though I think and I know for a fact Dallas will score more and the Giants will score less, doing it just to mock you.
Well, get ready because Jacob's about to pick the Giants 50-4.
Yeah, and I will easily take that prediction. I will run to the bank with it.
All right, moving on. Next up, the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. After you, my friend.
This is going to be the shit fest of the week.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Jarrett Stidham leads this New England team to a win.
Hell out of here, bro.
17-10.
Get the hell out of here. No way. New England winning, that just doesn't happen. Denver Broncos are winning this game. And they're going to win with the same score New England had for you that you just predicted. Denver is going to add 10 points to their score. And they're going to win 20-17.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Next up, probably the closest matchup we had. Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cleveland Browns.
I think it's you, right?
Oh, yes, it is. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to score as many points as they did last week, but I still think they're going to win. Cleveland 26-20.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Cleveland 28-24.
Oh, 28-24.
This is actually kind of a good game if you kind of look at it. Like, I think it's gonna be pretty good.
I think so. On paper, it looks pretty good, but watch on TV, it's just going to be a terrible game. It's going to be 3-0.
Your bold prediction?
No. Relax. Maybe later in the season. But all right, Sunday Night Football. Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We didn't talk much about Sunday night or Monday night games this week, but
Yeah. That's because I think, well, I mean, the Monday night game is more of a questionable one, but I think this one's just plain and simple.
yeah, I mean the Vikings' only win is against a win team, so I guess this one's Seattle here, and I think they have a little bit of a bounce back game, and they'll win 31 to 20.
31-20. All right. Well, I think Seattle's going to win this one, and I'm going to say a pretty similar score to yours. Seattle wins this 38-21. And then last but not least is Los Angeles Chargers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Yeah, New Orleans is going to win this game 28-24.
Put me down as a bold prediction alert.
This guy, bro. Get the
Dude, Herbert is looking good so far. With Herbert at the helm, the Chargers are a better team. You can put that down.
I hope Tyrod Taylor comes back this week.
31-29 LA.
Bro, get out of here. You really think that the Chargers, if they didn't beat Tom Brady, they're going to beat New Orleans? Get out of here.
Chargers with Tyrod's I won't swear anymore. Chargers with Tyrod's crappage in week 1 have the 6th best ranked offense.
Get out of here. Yeah, get out of here. No. But that's all the predictions. And I hate you for some of them, but yeah.
We have a lot more different ones than ever before, I think.
I think so too. Let me tally them up. So 1, 2, I'll count that one as 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different ones.
Damn, that's I think there are only 15 games this week, so there's 7 that we agree on.
Yeah, watch Jacob be the different one for the other ones that we agree on.
Wait, what was that?
Watch Jacob be the different in like ones that we agree on.
He could be. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's everything.
Awesome. Well, this was fun. I kind of like the feel of this one a little bit better. Maybe got boring around the first part, but I think if we could just be more up tempo almost, I think it'll keep people involved. And if you even get to this part of the video, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, lick the like button. I don't know. Anything else you have to say?
Let's get some special guests on next week. We got our friend. We don't know which one yet.
Well, I'll see if Aaron Rodgers wants to come on.
Oh yeah, he's a good friend of ours.
Yeah, I mean he does Pat McAfee show, so we'll see.
Yeah, maybe he'll split up some practice time for our show on Wednesday.
Hey, you know what? Not bad. Maybe they'll give him a rest day during his rehab or whatever. Rehab.
That's true.
What is he?
They do have a bye week, or I mean, the bye week is this week, but like maybe next week.
All right. We'll DM him. Be like, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, good idea.
All right. Well, AJ, thank you for being a wonderful co-host as always.
Oh, you too, Richard. Don't worry.
And we'll see you guys in the next one.
See ya.